So the last thing I ever wanted to do in my entire life was crawl under the camp house at the ranch. But here we go. All right, new project. What I'm gonna try to do today is kind of clean all this up and get it all the way and mow. I fixed the lawnmower, the pull string on it broke. I rigged it up enough to work, but I'm gonna try to mow all this out away from the house. And then we got all this behind the house that needs to get mowed down, chop some of those trees off, that type of thing, just kind of clean it up. And then back here on the other side of the house, we got all these little trees and bushes that need to be trimmed up. This tree and bush over here, and then you got stuff down here that needs to get cleaned up and mowed. So that's the goal for today, is hopefully get all this cleared up. That way whenever we're trying to get under the house and level it out, there's no snakes or rats or anything. Maybe come in and try to trim that tree up a little bit, but a lot of it is just going to be normal maintenance that needs to get done that hasn't been done in a long time. So let's get to work. All right, so I just mowed this section down. It almost looks like a yard, which is pretty cool. But you can tell we got all this mowed down, and we're doing all this with that cheap push mower that should be broken. I've rigged it all up. But I mowed all this down over here, up to the propane tanks. I mowed back over here up to the trailer, and I started mowing back over here, kind of this side of the propane tanks. I did kind of over here around these trees, a little bit towards the back. So not a whole lot done, but with a little push mower, I've been running over little trees like this, small little trees like that. I know I shouldn't, but I really don't care about this lawnmower. It's an old piece of junk one we were gonna throw away. And so as you could tell, it's become a ranch mower. So I'm gonna it died on me. Look, don't even have the pull string on there. I have to rig that up whenever I start it. I think I'm gonna try to knock out this little pile that I was trying to get. It's where it died on me. And I'm gonna move over here and try to tackle all this here in the back. So let's try to get that done real quick. Nothing better than a broken lawnmower. I know this is not safe, but that's how we're gonna do it. Even though you fell, keep going. All right, so I just got done mowing. It's not as hot as it has been, but man, it's still rough. This little lawnmower is getting it. As you can tell, I mowed all this over here. Mowed this section, you saw this earlier. But the tree, look, I mowed underneath the tree. You can actually see under there now. Got all this mowed up. Behind the house. Over here at the back of the house, got that tree on this side mowed up. All back over here around all these bushes. Over there next to the tree, got in all here as good as I could with the push mower. This is where we were shooting that deer. Got it all mowed out. Now we're on the other side of the house. You can tell we got it mowed down where the Jeep used to be. Mowed down over here. And then got it mowed up over here. Underneath this tree. We still got to cut some limbs. And we got all that covered up so it doesn't get messed up. But the deck over there is all taken out. I got this mowed up as good as I could. But as you can tell, guys, it's starting to look kind of like a house. I'm real excited about it. It's not a large house, but this is something my granny would always come to, my dad and his brothers and sister. I mean, so for me to do this, it feels pretty good. So since the lawnmower's broken and Jaylena wants to work out, I'm gonna show you guys how we start this thing. And then she's gonna mow the pathway out there from the front gate back. But what you gotta do, you take the pull cord that's broken and I rigged it, that goes on top of here, and the spring don't work, so you gotta wind it up yourself, stick it on there. Filter on the side ain't worth a dang, so we spray a little starter fluid in the side of this. You get your cable here, tie off your gas, because that's safe. Pull this out, and then because the bolts aren't on here, because you have to take it on and off, you put your foot on it to get a good stance and hold it on, and then just pull it as good as you can. Then while it's moving, you gotta take it off. Super safe. That's how you start a country lawnmower. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is a country workout. She wanted to run this path, and I said, well, it's kind of sandy out here. She said, I'll just walk it. I said, perfect. She said, I said, perfect, it needs to be mowed. She said, all right, I'll push mow it. That'll be my workout. So she's gonna walk up and down this path and mow it, since we don't have a tractor out here, and get some stuff done. It'll mow the pathway, and she's gonna get a good workout. But while she's doing that, I mowed over here earlier, but I'm going to get the chainsaw and start clearing some of these small trees and tree branches out of the way. Well, I was just coming to check on Jaylena, and look at her. Why'd you turn it off?
It was an accident.
She was trying to mow over here and it went off.
Bless you.
Whew. Now I gotta go get the starter for it and start it. How's it feeling?
Good.
Good? Look at that workout. I'd rather mow, bro.
I'd rather mow than run.
This is looking good. Look at that. It's like a real path. Why didn't you knock that big little tree thing out?
Because if I tried to do that, then it definitely would have turned off.
Let's show her how to do this. So I know a lot of you guys were already thinking, where is your chaps? Where's your safety glasses? Where's your gloves? Well, guess what, guys? I got the pole saw, some glasses, gloves, and chaps. Let's do this. I'm not trying to cut too much, just enough that when the cows come out, they can get underneath it. There's still some shade, but we can get under and mow and keep it clean real good. So we're gonna keep a lot of the top ones, just cut a bunch of the low ones down. All right, so I got a lot of these trimmed up. You can actually see underneath the tree now, which is awesome. So I gotta kind of start piling up all these branches so I can see exactly what I'm working with here.
So Jason and I spent some time, he cleared up this area, cut some trees down and stuff, and then I mowed out there. We just want to clear this pathway down so we don't have to drive through all of that when we are coming in. And also we just want to clear out the area anyways. And I was gonna run this morning and I thought, I'll probably get a better workout if I just mow. So I mowed a little bit, and I didn't finish it all the way, but I can, you know, do it a little bit at a time until we get that big tractor out there. Then that would make a world of a difference. But we are gonna take a break from doing all that for now. Dad just arrived, so they're gonna start on the deck, which thanks to you guys, we raised a little bit of money on GoFundMe. We were able to get some materials for the deck, so we're gonna start on that today.
Well, I was wrong, Jaylena.
What?
Dad didn't come out with this tool belt. Oh. Let's put a new blade on it. It wouldn't take me but a minute. I'll go take. Attempting to put a blade on here. The other one feels like you're cutting with the butter knife. And then we're gonna cut the porch off.
Some more?
Some more.
Yeah, we're gonna.
And I am on nail duty, as Jason calls it. And
I call that punishment.
he stole my work gloves, so I had to use some old garden gloves.
It looks like there's a joint there.
Mm-hmm.
That you can.
So the last thing I ever wanted to do in my entire life was crawl under the camp house at the ranch. But here we go.
Just don't hook yourself on the nail.
Yeah. Put it about right here.
Yeah. No, put it further over a little bit, or just lift it there, and then we'll move the block over.
Where do you want to move the block to?
Well, about where your jack is.
Can I get some of those small wood blocks to put underneath this jack?
Alright, I'm trying to lift it. Crank it up just a little bit more.
Do you want to go check the inside?
Yeah.
So luckily we got this big old jack, but we had to level it up here, and this little jack came in handy from Harbor Freight. But as you can tell, it's a lot cleaner under here than I expected for an old house.
Good, Jason.
That'll work.
We just need to put these blocks under that. How much more you need? Smaller?
Yeah, about an inch. Let it down.
Yeah.
wasn't as bad as I was expecting.
Like, go step in there and see if you can tell the difference.
Better. You were able to see a huge dip.
Me?
Right here seems a little rotted out.
Well, yeah, we'll have to patch this. Maybe with some, put a piece of plywood or something on there.
Oh, but this is way better.
Yeah.
This was real bouncy. Whew, easy fix. Got lucky. Around the block?
This one fits okay. Look,
But not all the way up against it.
over here it is.
Why do y'all get mad at me when I don't wear chaps, but you're okay when he doesn't wear it?
What do you think?
So we're leveling out the house right now, putting a new runner down there, a nailer, so we could attach the deck to it. So we can attach the deck to it. But we had to get that bottle jack that we had, that we lift the house with, put under there. We got a long board that goes all the way to right there, and then we're gonna splice into it that way. Dad, people say you can't polish a turd. What do you think?
You can try.
There you go. We're gonna try to polish this turd.
Probably this side. Want to go to the door to that way, or?
This way we don't have to cut around the pipe. Scorpion got my glove and got me. Well, this little scorpion right here, you can see, just got in my glove and stung me. Dang it. Well, it's a dead scorpion now. We put some stuff on it. That's why we bought a bug and sting kit, whatever you want to call it. But we'll keep an eye on it. I think I grabbed it for it, because you could tell a little bit right there where it got me.
Yeah, he does very
Yeah.
fucking
Enough to
make it sting.